The wind was screaming outside, mimicking the turmoil in my stomach. The power had been out for hours, and with each flash of lightning, the shadows on the walls seemed to dance a macabre jig. My phone was dead, my candles were scattered, and I was desperately missing my emergency flashlight. Where was that blasted thing? I needed to find it before I became a victim of this storm, both literally and figuratively. As she emerged from the bathroom wrapped in one of my towels, our eyes met, and there was a spark, an undeniable chemistry that crackled between us. A laugh escaped my lips, a nervous sound that quickly dissolved into an uncomfortable silence. I wanted to ask her to stay, but the words wouldn't come out. Instead, I retreated to the couch, pulling my knees to my chest. Finally, she spoke, her voice softer than the rain. "Do you think that was funny?" she asked, a hint of amusement in her tone. "No," I replied, shaking my head. "I'm sorry. I'm just nervous." She stepped closer, her eyes searching mine. "Why?" "Because," I whispered, my heart pounding in my chest. "This feels different." The emission hung between us, charged with electricity. In that dimly lit room, surrounded by the symphony of the storm, our eyes locked and something shifted, something profound, something undeniable. With a deep breath, I reached out, my fingers tracing the contours of her face. And in that moment, as the rain continued its relentless song outside, I knew I wasn't just falling in love for the first time. I was discovering a part of myself I'd never known existed. As I rummaged through the junk drawer in the kitchen, a sharp rap sounded on the front door. I froze. Who could possibly be walking around out there in this weather? Tall, slender, with eyes as dark and stormy as the night itself. She was wearing a dress, a deep red one that clung to her form despite being drenched. "Thank you," she managed, her cheeks pale against her dark hair. "My house, the tree, it fell on my roof. I tried calling my neighbor, but my phone died. And then I saw your light." My mind raced. Of course, I had a flashlight now. Why hadn't I thought of that before? I grabbed it and hurried to hand it to her. "Let me show you to a bathroom so you can change," I said, hoping I sounded as calm and collected as I was trying to be. I didn't want her to see how flustered I really was. My roommate, Emma, was away on a work trip, and my usually boisterous house was silent save for the wind and the rain. Curiosity got the better of me. I crept to the peephole and peered out. Standing on my welcome mat was a girl I recognized from across the street. Her name was Sophia. We'd exchanged pleasantries before, a polite nod or a wave, nothing more. But this moment, seeing her drenched to the bone, clutching a dead flower in her hand, I knew something was off. I hesitated, debating whether I should open the door. What if she needed help? But the moment passed and she was gone. I sighed, returning to my flashlight hunt, only to hear another sharp knock, louder this time. Cautiously, I opened the door and called out, "Hello?" No response. Only the howling wind answered me. Then I saw a flash of movement, and when I followed it with my gaze, I found Sophia on the ground, shielding herself from the rain. "Help," she whispered, her voice hoarse and strained. It broke my heart. Before I could even process it, I reached out, helping her up. "Come inside," I said, stepping aside to let her enter. And then I shut the door against the raging storm. She was beautiful in a way that stopped me in my tracks. In the minutes that followed, everything shifted. The casual acquaintance I'd seen around the neighborhood became someone real, someone I was sharing a moment of vulnerability with.